So here we are at the final part of the RX-78-2 Gundam, all fully painted up. Now, for the painting, I didn't do a lot of painting because there's not a whole lot to paint on this model kit. I was just checking to see if I didn't lose anything. But anyway, so like I said, there's not a whole lot to paint on this kit.
On this kit. Now, did you do the panel lines?
Yes. There was only a little bit of painting you had to do. But let's start off with the panel linings. So for the panel linings, I did some lining on the sides of his legs here. And I also painted in the black here. And a little bit of black here. Oh, and on both sides of each of his legs, I did the panel linings. And I also did a little bit of black here on both of these ankle guards here. And did some black on the front skirt here, as well as the back skirt here, which are these two. And added some black here, and also some black on these thrusters here on his backpack, and also his arms. And these vent things here, as well as here. And on his face, I did 2 of those panel lines for the mouthpiece, along with some black here on the sides. And I also painted in his eyes yellow, and behind his eyes, I painted the black. And also here, I painted in the little guns on his head yellow. And I also painted in the red here and the back here, and some more panel lining on the back of his head. And some panel lining on the handles for his beam sabers, and painted in the yellow V thing here. And also on the bottom of his feet, I painted in the little thrusters, black and blue. Oh, and I also added a little bit of black on the inside here. Just on the sides and the top here. On both of these here. And that was it. And I also did some more on his accessories, but we'll get to that when we get to the accessories.
So, how is his posability? For it being a model kit that you put together, no glue, just all snap-in and rings.
Yes.
How's his posability?
First, I will have to remove these handles so that these won't fall off. So for our articulation, head is on a ball joint, and also the base of the neck is also on a ball joint, but it just moves back and forth. Arms are on a ball joint, and they can move out on this joint here where the ball joint pops on for his arms, and they also move out on this joint here. Bicep swivel, double jointed elbows, ball joint at the hands, limited waist swivel, and he also has an ab crunch. Well, a little bit of an ab crunch. And
the little thrusters can move a little? Maybe?
No.
No? Okay.
No. Front skirts and side skirts can move out. Well, the side skirts only move out to about there, but the front skirts can move all the way up. And yes, I did split the skirt, the front skirts, so that way they move independently instead of just one piece.
Yeah, I think you made a good choice on that.
And his hips can shift up and down. And his legs can move forward and only back about there. Move out to about there. because these hinder it. Thigh swivel, double jointed knee, I'm just trying to situate him. But he does have a double jointed knee, and his feet can move up and down on this joint, which is the ankle here. And these ankle guards can move, and you do get a ball joint at the feet themselves. And that's it.
So even him being a model kit, he is pretty posable. That's good. You can get him into a lot of action poses.
Right.
And am I right by saying this was the very first Gundam?
Yes.
This was the very first Gundam that kicked all the Gundam off. I think I'm right when I say that. I believe that this is the very first one.
Yes.
Okay.
Because the very first Gundam anime show came out in 1978.
1970.
I think it was. But this was the very first Gundam.
Okay. I remember seeing something about that, but I wasn't sure what. So pretty much Gundam has had a long lifespan throughout the decades.
Now for his accessories. First, we're going to start off with his hands. So the ones that he has on him is the closed hands, which are the ones where he's supposed to grab onto something. But he also comes with a pair of open hands and one trigger finger hand. And you also get, well, like you already saw, these handles for his beam sabers can be removed and fit in his hand. But you do get two of these beam effect parts here that you can attach from this hole here into that peg there. And he can hold them. And you do get his shield here that I did painted, and that is the black here and here, and on the back I did some more black here. And to have him hold it, oh, and this handle here that he's gonna grip on does move up and down. And to have him hold it, you just fit this handle into either one of these grabbing hands, and this peg is going to go into either one of these holes on his arm. So you can have that. And you can store the shield on him. First I gotta remove it out of his hand. And the way you store it is on the back, he has a hole here where this peg goes into. So you can have that. And you also get a, well, I'm going to go ahead and remove his shield. And you also get a beam rifle that I also added some, well, I just did some panel lining on it, and that is the black on these 3 lines and these 2 lines on both sides, and I also did some black on these lines here on the back. And on the scope here, I did some black here. And the scope can move side to side. And the handle, I'm talking about this handle here, can move side to side. And this handle will allow you to have him grip onto both of these handles with 2 hands. But one of the hands, it is not meant, well, one of these hands is not allowing you to grip onto this handle, and that is where this trigger finger hand comes in.
Okay. So in order for him to hold the gun like he's really shooting it, you have to switch out one hand for the trigger finger hand and keep one the same, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So this way it looks like he's... Excuse me. Alrighty. That is pretty wild. I mean, our models back then didn't even include any of this.
So there you go.
I'm just going to pull that one off, set it to the side, and put that one on. Nice.
Yes.
Nice.
And you can have this hand hold onto this handle that moves left and right. So you can double hand it. And there's nowhere to store the gun on his back. And I meant to say that this is called the beam rifle. Not the gun, just the beam rifle. And the last accessory that it comes with is this rocket launcher.
Oh, that's a big rocket launcher.
And I did some lining on these here. And I also did one here on both sides. And also some black on these lines here.
Guarantee that gonna cure whatever ails you. You get shot by that, you don't have to worry about feeling anything else.
I had to fix his front skirt. And the handle here can move up and down. So you can have him adjust it to however angle you want it to be.
Now that's neat.
And I don't know if the trigger finger is meant to also hold this, but we're gonna see.
We're going to see. We're going to find out. We are going to find out. Okay.
Yes. It is. Oh. Well, yeah, it is meant for the trigger finger hand. So you can have it like that. And you can store this on him. And the way you do it, first I gotta get his hand out of the handle. And the way you store this is on the back. here, this piece here does remove, and you do get this clip here, which will help you clip in the rocket launcher in, so it looks like that.
Okay.
And that's about all of the accessories. And I'm gonna go ahead and bring all of the accessories here. So that has been the 4-part build review of the RX-78-2, and it was a really fun build, and
it's way different than the model kits that we had back then, and it's definitely different. The model kit that I believe I got and my brother was a Robotech, one of the Valkyrie fighters. I think 2 of them, and the way that they put together, and believe me, you did have to use super glue, and it got kind of messy, kind of quick if you wasn't careful what you was doing. And I'm glad to see that the model kits today no longer really need that much glue. I am really glad of that. They look like they hold together a lot better than what ours did back then. And they're more colorful, and they have better articulation and better depth of detailing on them compared to what we had. So,
and
I think my son did an awesome job doing the panel lines and what he did paint.
And you still had to do like some super glue on the new model kits, but just the ones that fall off way too easy, like the tiny pieces that definitely need some super glue on them so that they don't fall out. But that was the 4-part build review of the RX-78-2 Gundam.
Hey, and remember to subscribe. Subscribe, it does not cost nothing.
And if you like this 4-part video, give us a like, comment, and subscribe for more.
We appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for watching. And my son did an awesome job of this 4-part Gundam. And his panel linings are spectacular. His painting is spectacular. And he's spectacular. Okay, go ahead, Colton.
Thanks for watching.
Bye.